Then Allah mentions another crime that is almost just as bad. Almost just as bad. Because that crime, you should get whipped 80 times. 80 times. Now, practically, if somebody is being hit 100 times, and somebody else is being hit how many? 80 times, you can't even tell the difference. You can't, who's going to sit there and count? It's humiliating either way. But what crime is there that you get 80 lashes for? I get shaken when I read this. Wallahi al-azim, I get shaken. وَالَّذِينَ يَرْمُونَ الْمُحْصَنَاتِ. Those, and I'll translate badly first. Those who accuse decent women. Those who accuse decent women. That's not the best translation. That gives you some idea of what the ayah is talking about. Now let me tell you the language Allah uses. Allah says, those who throw something, yarmuna, those who throw something in the direction of women that are protected by family. Muhsanat means women inside a camp, inside a fort. Allah describes families as a kind of protection. So whether they are mothers, daughters, sisters, wives, they're all muhsanat. They're all muhsanat. And all of those women that are in a family, those who throw anything in their direction. Now what in the world does that mean? The Quran, ablahul kalam, as I was describing in the Arabic part of my khutbah, the most eloquent, the perfect speech. Allah could have just said, الَّذِينَ يَتَّهِمُونَ الْمُحْصَنَاتِ بِالزِّنَا. Those who accuse women of having committed adultery. أوضح. It's clearer. He didn't say that. Allah Azza wa Jalla is very precise. People are not going to a woman and saying she's done adultery. They're saying, that woman, I'm not sure. I think I saw her with this other guy the other day. I don't know what they were talking about. That much. That much. You're not saying, people when they say the most terrible things, before they say them, they say, I'm not saying anything. But, And then as soon as you say, I'm not saying anything, that means you're going to say the worst possible thing. And I wish you weren't saying anything, but you are. And when people do that, people make a passing comment, those two, I don't know, something's going on. Dal mein kuch kala hai, kuch chakkar chal raha hai. Something. I think I saw some text messages. I think I was, she was on the phone and she was smiling. What's that about? Why are they standing so close to each other? Why is this happening? Why? Just these comments. Just these comments. This is enough to fall under yarmoon al-muhsanat. Because Allah left the language open. You didn't accuse them explicitly. You just threw something in that direction. And the rest is left to shaitan and your imagination. Because when you say, I'm not saying anything, but those two, I don't know. Then the next person is going to say, I don't know what you heard. You know what I heard? Those two, I think they're, And then it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And people are talking and everybody's saying, I'm not saying anything. And everybody's saying, shh, don't tell anyone. And everybody's talking and everybody's saying to everybody else, don't tell anyone. And you know what happens then? The dignity of an entire family is destroyed. The purity of a woman who you have no evidence against is destroyed. No, but I did see them in the mall. Really? ثُمَّ لَمْ يَأْتُوا بِأَرْبَعَةِ شُهَدَاء. If you make such an accusation and you did not produce 4 witnesses, they didn't come forward with 4 witnesses. And then the fuqaha would describe, not 4 witnesses that they all saw them in the movie theater together, or they all saw them in the mall together, or they all saw them driving in the same direction, or they all saw, no. If they haven't seen them commit the ultimate sin with their own eyes, if they haven't seen that, then whip them 80 times. Understand the seriousness of talking about people's dignity, especially the Muslim woman's dignity. The seriousness of it. That Allah put it right next to people who commit zina in public. And I want to end with this. I want you to think about this. When Allah talked about people who commit zina, adultery in public, by the end of it, isn't Allah opening the door of forgiveness for them? Allah is saying about them that they should be punished, but then you already feel compassion for them. The mu'mineen should overlook them, so they can make dua for them. That's the implication. But when it came to the people who accuse, the people who throw accusations, who throw slanderous, scandalous comments, or say, no, no, no. They don't even say something. They ask something. That's even better. I'm not saying, I'm just asking. Do you think something's going on? Just that much. Even a question is throwing something. And when you do this much, what does Allah Azza wa Jalla say about these people? Not only the whipping, but He says, وَلَا تَقْبَلُوا لَهُمْ شَهَادَةً أَبَدًا. Don't ever accept their testimony. Don't ever be nice to these people again. My goodness. This sounds worse. And then on top of that, وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. And those are the ones that are ultimately corrupt. They are the Allah didn't even say that about the Zani. He didn't even say أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. He says أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ about these people. The question is, why are they being whipped? And that's the last thing. Why are they being whipped? Because when you talk about people in this way, then you are also damaging society. Remember I told you, Allah only punishes in this world when you do things that damage society, that damage other people. When you damage the dignity of a Muslim male, a Muslim female, when you damage their dignity, this is a punishable crime in this world, not only in the next. It's a very serious matter. The izzah, the ikram, the nobility, the dignity of a Muslim. There's something very big to Allah. Allah will make ikhtisas of it and say, وَلِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةِ وَلِرَسُولِهِ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah alone owns dignity, and it's given and it's for the Prophet and the believers. This is something Allah gave to the Muslim. You cannot and I cannot take away what Allah gave. This is something Allah gave, and we have to protect it. And one of the most damaging things we can do is with our tongues. When you have an assumption, just remember the word of Allah, اجتنبوا كثيرا من الظن إن بعض الظن إثم. Stay away from making assumptions. Some assumptions can become very grave sin, very serious sin. Stay away from making assumptions. Give benefit of the doubt. You don't know those two, they're holding hands, they're walking over there, oh, they must be married. They must be brother and sister. No, but I don't think... Leave it. Go the other way, go make istighfar. That's not your business. من حسن إسلام المرء تركه ما لا يعنيه. Part of the beauty of Islam of a person, they leave alone what's not their business. It ain't your business. Don't talk about it.